A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figure.
A radio computer. And it's turned on. We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case. A radio computer. We have one down in the station. No, I don't know how to operate it or what it's used for. Let's go.
This is the Ream Prefect radio computer, a model number RC7024. Equipped with a Feld mainframe, the Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped. You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glow. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like firefly. This is the machine's filament memory. In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism. This is her innocence. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts. Diffuse light. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. As that useless word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass. Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of a human. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad. The highest category of historic individual. And more. An innocence is elected to office by the founding party. A precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system. And innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. And innocence is a No, we are alone.
Я буду Светочем следующим.
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of many things, you know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Serene. Modern days, terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court. A court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love. It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur Docteur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely wow indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt. As did we all. The lands of the mess and the president, and even faraway Supramundi. Altogether, 21 in a city called Advesperaskit in Vespa Messina, her homeland. The name of the city means evening comes. But she was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt. Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crown, one of the men in this secret service, killed her 22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace. And this inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria, and terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory. Although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal. For the campaigns she waged, the Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb. In Icon, little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role. It was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Freighter, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
Хрень какая-то.
She's been dead for 300 years. I am almost 1,000. None of this is, in fact. This church, the coast. Yes, I wasn't sure before, but this must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez. It's called the Small Pine Wood. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachaux's founding, 300 or so.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals.
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are Dolorian in origin. It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The Dolorian system does not demand faith, only accordance.
The jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text, a light motif below them both. The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen, her innocent, small figures of wise men, common men. Worshippers walk up. Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then, along the left side, Après le monde, after life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the
Death, life again. After the world, this exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing. Justice, union, prudence, and force. Not at all.
unknown. A motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it, or maybe just ooling.
Death, this exaltation is common. Justice, union, prudence, and force. So do I.
The mother of humanism towers above. The mother of human.
Чуть сейчас в голову мысль пришла.
Что?
Чуть сейчас в голову мысль пришла. Так интересно, я была влюблена в актера, да? Ну, в журнал, да?
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for it seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow. If not blotted out, outright. You can hardly hear your own breathing. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total. Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then,
Can you hear anything? I wonder why the church was built with such...
maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing, on its premises. He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though. The lieutenant.
Can you hear anything? The church just has Stranger.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous act. The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense it. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead. It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows. It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets.
Officer, is there something up there?
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it? Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far. You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Ну, еще шарфик. Еще на болевой порог. Чтобы открыть дверь. А я столько бутылок пропустил, потому что я типа думал, а почему типа у меня не отображает, что типа я могу поднять. И поэтому я на них не жал. А можно жать.
The shadow is a man made of the same stuff as the carpentry, the crab man. The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula mesque, and a district in general. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos.
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that box.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Как это он понял, что он наркоман? Пока звучит просто как это верующий очень человек. Может быть, чрезмерный фанатик, но про наркомана не могу сказать. Парнишки точно больше наркоманы выглядели.
Hey, and what was that about? The bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence, and you don't even know it. Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just whatever it is? He's quite confident about it. Just look at 'tis not an act, my liege. Saving perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
Never known myself to be a crab, but if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it. I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness. It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
Сейчас как крабовую речку по
I
дереву.
was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are faded. Most of them are already gone. No, man. You gotta let that shit go. Then the mother's light touch will.
Do you remember your names?
Tiago's my name. But those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity. Your place amongst your fellows. Your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore. That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters. This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out. I circled it. Nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly. No, no, no. There's a new god in town. And she can be painted. Oh, she is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me. But I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes. And no one ever will. I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins. To get closer to the center.
They look pretty dapper, actually.
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, at one with the state of the world.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here. Back when I still had material worries. Up there? Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory. I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames don't. It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night? She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the mother will eat all of you and never spit you out. I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
The sinewy figure lingers on the...
Police raid a while back.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything. Other spooker? Oh,
The Aita is Grandma.
no. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many mess we... That's what I said, Holmes. Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests. I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes.
Or search through her radio computer.
The ones in the tent outside? Right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me. Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no, might even be nice to have some company. The ones in the tent house? Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway. Absolutely, man. Wouldn't bother me none to have them spin music in here. Might even be nice to have...
Why does art inspire you so much? Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too. Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy
Hardcop.
biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop. Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Да, мне понравился. Новое название. Какой-то там благовенный коп, скучный коп и так далее. Крутой коп. Коп-звезда, арт-коп. $20 часов. Бля, вот это надо качать. Только потом. Хотя не, это временный бонус, когда исследуется, минус 2 силы будет. Сейчас сколько у меня? Более порог. А, грубая сила 3. Один. Блять, ну ладно. Оно потом пройдет, думаю, сможем. Так.
The machine's keyboard is still a bar of fabric. Right above the keyboard starts producing. The static gets louder, slowly filling.
Good afternoon, Fortress accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East in...
This is a human interface. A retired person sitting behind a switchboard somewhere.
The filament you have inserted into the core. I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Is this the personal log? Good. Please repeat.
Let's look around. There's no use trying. Maybe he knows something.
Received. I will register Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Goodbye, Fortress accident.
The machine's keyboard.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Too many times, essay. You need...
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety. The lieutenant raises his eyebrows.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it. I think we're done here, Esther.
That was in. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant.
The machine's keyboard is still. The speaker comes to life.
Good afternoon, Fortress accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Elysium Rapid Station 1. Please, good. Please repeat. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please. Fortress accident. Is there anything else? The company on whose name the terminal you're currently using. One moment. Fortress accident. SCS produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
Это тот Ска Форда, с которым мы позвонили, которая женщина отвечала с домофона какого-то. в начале. А может это одна и та же?
That's not bad.
Any other questions? The one thought
That's not bad.
I wouldn't know. I'm only here for passwords. Any other questions? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are wrong.
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a... Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do for you for Tres Accident. Goodbye. For
The machine's keyboard, the printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks at the first entry made on the 4th of February. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but the lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish,
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while. Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooked. 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna. Had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. And for something about the backup data getting destroyed. And how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep it. Her friends? Colleagues? She must be quite educated if she knew how to set up all this machinery.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that said...
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it...
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the height...
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music. One neo-disc. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got... That disco man must be a cell.
A girl on the ice?
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. noodles, crackers, ping energy drinks.
Это она
water,
разбила, что ли, недавно?
toothpaste,
Чтобы выбраться
gum,
отсюда. Если они,
also some canned air.
если они снаружи ее взяли, замком закрыли, она взяла, разбила этот, как его... Я забыл, как называется это стекло. С какими-то этим изображениями на нем. Разбила, короче, это стекло, чтобы выбраться.
Your radio is interrupted by the sound of the church door. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
О. О, спалили нас. Мы стоим, светим, она такая просто пошла печатать, начала молча. Даже не спрашивает, кто вы такие, это просто... Ну и я только за, продолжай.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room.
We should talk to her after she has
Отойдем. Настолько тебе хватит? Смотри, по-моему, вообще отлично выглядит. Какой еще модный.
What is it? No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper. I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in... If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
You really like those questions, don't you? conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure?
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence. But honestly, it's not progressing very well. Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that. Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from.
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place. I know. No, I don't. Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks. The swallow, you mean? Great. No? Yes. No. You're right. I'm not. No? Yes. And? No. You're right. I'm not. I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I use the AR-1 as my RAIN prefix process. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? Alright. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna. I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable, but it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape over. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are...
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't...
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, there.
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light cast in her...
Could you just... shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something. So you do know something about computers. You're right. Prefect is used mostly by the government peeps. No, I don't. Because I needed something good for my investigation and RAIN Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards. So I had to upgrade. Besides, owning a RAIN prefect isn't such a big deal anymore.
No, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see REAM prefects in every police department.
I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the Coalition. I was actually aiming for the military-grade RAIN Rational series, but couldn't find one. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as Reims Civic, so it's kind of a ripoff. But it does have better compatibility with newer antenna models, so I won't complain. Great. What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dance or music. This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here. Take a guess, why don't you? I can't believe they got you so easy. Go
Там
have
не было
another talk
варианта.
with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. Great.
Ну ладно, пойдем. Поговорим. Не было варианта, что типа наркотики. Как бы. Ладно, потом еще это.
Hello again.
A pane of barely hold the pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk. The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return.
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Here comes the night! Hi again. So, how are things going?
A number of things don't add up. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor. The one with the large head seems very if their would-be leader is less amused.
But you still are!
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen. Shut it! What? I have! I've said that!
The young speed freak. He senses something is wrong.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even...
One speaker. They have one speaker.
He said it was for his nose.
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic.
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing. I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients. And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer? No shit. We don't need drugs to be hardcore. Shut the fuck up, Egg. Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We know she has a problem, man. We're working on it. She didn't exactly have a smooth ad...
Underneath, he is furious she ruined it for them. This means trouble for their female friend.
What exactly is it you know? Hey, man, who knows what she's on about? I get it. She doesn't want us in the church. Who doesn't like to dance? She doesn't dance. Come on, that's... I meant to say, not true. What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot to push him.
Or else... Okay, man, okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn it... Because we do! We just need to turn it into a speed lab before. To get our foot in the door. Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty. No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking. But the sign was way off, too. I could... Whatever you think is right, sir. But please, we were...
This is it. Judgment time.
I knew it. It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so
Hard
much
cop.
more. We
Hardcore,
all know
hardcore.
There's never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance. There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the line.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but, I swear to God.
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
And? What happened? Oh man! Who is he? What did you think? Really? Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah, Noid is right.
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma... A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you...
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and
Unity! Dance!
And you can't just evict her?
Look at you!
Oh, no, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The line's in the dark.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like a Nordic dance music? Wonderful! If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think? Excellent! Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
Hello again.
Кого пиздить? Я никого пиздить не собирался, я хотел поговорить. Я единственное, что соврал немножко, что типа... Что втянется, но как бы... В конце мы решили, что типа я просто с ней поговорю, мы попробуем прийти к чему-то этому, к общему этому решению, которое всех устроит. Так что я не вижу, что я кого-то пиздить собрался.
Hello again. I did, and I'm sorry. for what it's worth, which isn't much.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. Okay, but I still regret it. I should have been able to May I ask? What did you tell them? Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
Давай пойдем поболтаем с этой. Может, она все-таки это... Поможем ей с этой... Ее херней. Чтобы она спокойно ушла оттуда и все были счастливы.
Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work. Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work. Good.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She thinks about it, a glossy look in her eye.
Alright. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself. Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady. That's her name, I believe. There's this giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. It's there. Don't worry, you can't miss the bear. It's hideous. The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse, whatever that means. Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil. Yes, but she literally started praying for the higher power.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full. So what I need you to do here is go have a talk with her. It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
Oh god, not this again.
Basement?
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was. We clear?
This is clearly a painful topic for her.
Thanks. And here's my Qualsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offsite copy, then you can keep the Qualsund.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Cavalsund.
Погнали. Время, деньги.
greatest lies among the reeds. Another one of Morel's traps. This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any...
Another empty trap. Yep. The next one has a crab trapped in it. These are just crab traps. You do realize...
The reeds sway in the coast. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the...
Сейчас быстренько пробежимся. Эту дверь потом попробуем вскрыть.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this.
Потом. Времени не особо много. Сейчас пойдем это проверим еще раз. Эту решеточку. Потом портанемся.
This is the trap Morel just set. The reeds hiss and shake in the darkness. That it's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done. Of course. Noted.
Как я до этого портился? Что я делал, чтобы портануться? Не помнишь? Как телепортироваться? Ага. Я в прошлый раз, по-моему, открывал, и я мог как-то это нажать даже, что-то выбрать, нет? А, окей. Я, наверное... Ты имеешь в виду, именно в этом месте нельзя? Нужно добежать до определенного места, или ты про игру говоришь сейчас? И мне почему-то казалось, что я где-то видел, что можно. Но, видимо, я это... Что-то не так прочитал и сам себя дезинформировал. Это просто потому, что ночь уже близко, поэтому такой этот край темный. Вот последнее.
It takes takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. The reeds bend forlornly toward the water. Some tufts have been the constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast. The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. No locust, no phasmid either, but still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see...
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not. We did sort of promise to...
The reeds bend forlornly toward the constant, distant. You've checked.
Че, быстренько еще раз бегать туда? А потом на следующий день все остальное, короче, это прочекаем. Все, что мы не успели за сегодня. Или не успеем.
You've checked all the traps now.
А может, я не тут что-то нажал и пропустил? Не? Можно было найти этого фазмида. Хотя я не думаю, что он есть, на самом деле.
The surrounding blaze of the electric light makes the white on blue police livery of them do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't. This is a Caprice Canema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful work with its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox. The Canema is able to reach even at a standstill. The unibody Caprice Canema looks sleek and dynamic. Someone has waxed it recently.
You want to take a closer look? Yes, an extraordinary machine.
Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field.
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first. Maybe. Yes, definitely maybe.
And means no.
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
7.2. Supercharged.
Saying these words brings in immense. And buttons lists all the companies.
Excuse me? I don't know. The most talkative one?
Я забыл, что я к этому варианту пришел.
The what now? No, you're not. Don't think that. You're the cockatoo who offered to find my stupid husband. Let's leave it at...
She doesn't want you to be the fuck-upper too.
No, absolutely not.
She gives you a short...
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you in...
Forward.
Ой, блять, случайно.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you.
Я готов. I am ready.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little bodies, trinkets, and charms. It appears to You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the doorframe. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Подожди, а... А где вообще я должен ее что-то взломать? Типа, мне она дала эту херню замки взломать. Я же... То есть я в любом случае должен был выбить дверь? Или, типа, мне кажется, с другой стороны была дверь, которую я не должен был взламывать, а я просто тут стою, блядь, хп трачу, хуйней занимаюсь. Четвертое? Ну давай. Стоять, сукина мать! Так намного лучше. Спасибо, Генри. Четвертый, не третий? Третий тебе не нравится? Они, в принципе, похожи.
Barbell lies on the floor. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Осторожно, это ловушка. Что-то здоровое ядро, там они поменьше, по-моему, ядра кидали. Я типа это возьму, короче, размером, да?
You're right. The weight's made for love. Better not touch it then. It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Грубая сила 0. А у меня тут вот эта фигня. Грубую силу -2 сделала. Потом надо дождаться, пока не будут трогать. Пока ничего с этим не могу сделать.
Yes?
Не вижу. Где? Что? Где он хотел поговорить? Сколько баблища! Это холодильник с медведем. Что-то я не вижу здесь медведя. Блок. Это же я его взял. Это же блок? Я то взял? А где медведь тут белый?
A dusty radio computer sleeps on its wired frame, forgotten and unused. Its keyboard has a rectangular on-off.
Another radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe.
It's your call. You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
Of course you should turn it on. Don't you want to know what's on the filament?
Нет, мы не трогаем. Сейчас еще испортим что-нибудь. Оп, это не вышли. А вот медведь.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The bear looks oddly realistic. This must be the giant ice bear fridge that soon emit.
Оп, оп.
You see, the bear looks oddly realistic. This must be the giant. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice. But where's the filament memory? It's not here.
Я уже нашел, да? Я же нужный нашел.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an unfortunate mark. What is even worse?
The fridge buzzes with energy.
Someone must have taken it. What does the note say?
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of line.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant... Someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter. It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this...
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the Ice Bear fridge. Sulislav. Wasn't he one of Miss Lucan and Kilda's co-worker?
Так, мы его нашли, в общем.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty...
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say.
He likes this find.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles.
A few bricks of... This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the Ice Bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. Something close to you dies with a...
Very smart. Opening the lid should be much easier after the ice cream maker has defrosted.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner.
Все еще слабенько. Все еще не получится. Мне нужно это останавливать. Куда это выход? А, вот мы вышли тут.
This orange machine is dead.
А чё, в итоге я нашел эту штуку раньше, чем это. То есть я в итоге не машину вскрыл, я сверху его нашел. Все получается нормально? Если это оно вообще. Потому что мне в любом случае еще ждать и ждать, пока закончится вот это вот. Потому что у меня минус грубая сила. И я ничего не могу сделать больше пока.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. The echo is so prominent. It's impossible.
What are you doing? Wait, really? Should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic. History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123 unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back. They must have had massive air width. These things don't come cheap. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, a list of names under the stations suggests people across. There's no way a little basement studio working.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin. And you should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin. One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin.
Varhamira.
Scarred like to marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. Political commentary. That one has a great beard too. Some people really like building a world, I think. even if it's just for a game. This looks like concept art for a project. It's not. Just look at those details.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landfall. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbed. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers. Boreal dwarf yurts under the snow. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs." This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and it looks a bit like an academic calendar. Minimi stands for a mini meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RU. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snow.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom, the handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement."
Я же тут взял коробочку, почему тут что-то еще лежит?
The dusty radio computer.
А, все, это... Мы не будем это использовать.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bella. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here. As before, this is direct. What an odd thing to do. Nothing happened. Still nothing. Nope. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy.
Ow.
Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there.
Bent metal. Broken glass. You are the destroyer. The bane of inanimate matter. Look, there's a discarded milk carton on the floor. Why don't you destroy that, too? You're right. That's definitely not the behavior of a destroyer at all. That's just a thick layer of cold dust. A hollow ring echoes.
Да что ты будешь делать, блядь?
Your toe hurts.
Кстати, как он любит флешку терять, блядь. Тут где? Тут нету автосохранения, подожди. Мало хп осталось, блядь. 1. Меня убьет чем-нибудь. Следующим. Ну, давай загрузимся. Я слишком много проебал ни на что. Мы недалеко тут все равно. Сейчас мы быстренько.
Yes?
Да не-не-не, я не хочу с тобой разговаривать, нет.
The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. History classes, radio freak, unclear. It looked, you think so? They must have had massive earwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Арткоп.
Someone very important, the leader of a massive on-air, a conductor for the hundreds of stories. Whoever decides a list of names, there's
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. Exactly.
nothing. Your flashlight, some of the these translate. You should at one of the bits. The hull.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little walking creatures. Political. Some people. This looks like. Just look at the
photo. Entire. You see a pinned postcard. Read. This is. It looks mini. Stands for a. As time.
Looks like they did
a note in the book. The handwrite. The full text. An iron safe. What an odd thing to still.
Мы, по-моему, все собрали, что нужно.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here. Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other. That's a good question. Reality is ruthless.
Погнали! 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 Подожди-ка. Все, ладно. По очереди. Пойдем даже сюда. С этим закончим. И УАА.
Yes, what is it? Yes? Wait, a note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory? Jawiza. Of course! Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss. And the heads. I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
No. That's the production schedule. I don't need it. The right filament memory has off-site cop.
She doesn't care how you got your hands on that thing.
Thanks.
Так, я понял, это не оно. Значит, надо ждать, пока пройдет 17 часов. Что я пока не открою с таким минусом. По грубой силе. Даже если бухнуть. Сюда сходим, посмотрим.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to...
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to have it returned.
Ooh.
The smell. It's awful and familiar. It doesn't help. You can still smell it. Don't be naive. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweet. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. It is death. It must be. The lieutenant has already... There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. Whoever tossed it here. Red Astra is the black market version of 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor.
A tragedy.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it. It's no older than a day. It's hard to concentrate it. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of...
Это не он был 8-м человеком?
This sounds terribly familiar. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card, folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your...
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair.
Чисто
One of his
сломалось,
feet is
умер.
still dangling through a bad fall. It might have been dark outside. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. Height 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age approximately 50 to 60 years.
Или это муж?
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. Be very, very careful where you step here. A dried chunk of blood covers the... This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka.
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth, the blackness of death. Stench. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his...
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the... You see waves churning below. Something cracked. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole. And you would have... The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step.
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role, but I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure. They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. Not that sealing it off would... What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby...
Sometimes a kebab is...
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Agreed. If this...
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure. Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption.
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You know who this is.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband? The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband. Looks like that's
a dead working class.
The woman you met at the book stand? What? I can't see a book.
I'll have one drink.
Damn it. From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle. A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report. Good call. The guys that... Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station for Mikey and Emma. Let them know we are taking the case.
А как наверх сюда зайти? Тут же еще сверху что-то открывается. Вот. Нет. Мне казалось, там наверху что-то было, подожди. Вот. Сверху. Как то подняться? Или наоборот, изнутри как-то потом можно будет. Странно, что с той стороны нельзя обойти. Или можно все-таки, подожди. То, что так сделано, то что там, где ты не видишь прямого прохода, типа вот все за зданием, значит там нельзя пройти. Но по факту же там есть проход. Ладно. Ой-ой. Что, ничего не хочешь сказать? Точно?
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the top. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased or his family member. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean.
Hello, bro. Я нашел твою куртяшку.
Tequila sunset.
Ah, tequila. I knew you'd come through. That's fucking great, man. What's that supposed to mean? Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is fucking filthy. What am I supposed to do with this? I'm not taking a disgusting pile of hobo rags. I either bring it back the way it was before, or find a dumpster and burn it in.
You know, despite the guano, it looks like the jacket itself is stain resistant. It may just need a good scrubbing.
Это посидеть, отдохнуть или что?
The worn and beaten wooden plank.
We can sit on benches after we've solved.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant...
Без проблем. Я не особо-то хотел сидеть на ней. Страшно. Доски не скребите.
Hi, officer. Anything I can help you with? A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called... The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place. The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always... Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly. It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy. Just from time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this, that goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that. Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin.
The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes, fading fast.
No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check would put me in an early grave. Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying. Gone.
It absolutely does not. We are not going...
No. There's nothing to find. He's dead. Lost to the waves. Who knows? Maybe he fell over. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles. Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsit with melancholy. I buried him. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a... She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue. Let's see. Who are you looking for? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Oh? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the... Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea...
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the...
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
Ебать, я там нафармил. Надо будет папать какие-нибудь те, кто низкие.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samara.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts. Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen. Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took...
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
Maybe they are afraid because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us? Just us. It's barely a village anymore. This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home. Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, I'm sure you did. Nature keeps them in rotation. A new face pops up every now and an old one here for you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks try.
Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to find.
Over there, you can find more of the same. An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets. And makeshift cinder block. The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now. The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in...
It's cold, sick.
Riddles fits with the general ambiance here.
Aye. Sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside this nameless nothing. Oh, it seems to be a common theme these days. Isn't that what people always think when they are lost? Something I can do for you?
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean. Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here?
So, they don't hold...
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never... Before you get to the church, there's some ruins. An apartment complex, or some kind of... I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something.
В Самаре
Before
родилась.
the war. I wasn't here then, you know.
Рядом
Was
совсем.
born in Samara.
Мы, короче, в Рашке, да, находимся по игре.
Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed. No one. That's why it's closed. It was once a bustling place. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere. What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want it, used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast. I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Well, hand it over then. And must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner. Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me. Now it's your turn, Mr. Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double. Stay? Most people. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack. I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM. No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there.
О, придется не платить. Можно будет. Топо.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
The door has seen better days.
I'll be sleeping in my room in the whirling. Will...
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression. On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Ой, блядь, я случайно. Сука, бесит. Я когда мышку поднимаю, я ударил. У меня палец лежит на этой кнопке. Ладно. Ладно. Будем это теперь красивым. Выбритым.
The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the bed feels tender. They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath. table, you see a bowl of water.
С усами, конечно, было привычнее.
Next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Подожди. С усами ему, конечно, больше шло, ну ладно.
On the table, the water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. You almost look like a professional.
Мы пока не хотим спать. Еще рано. Ну ладно, чё, побрились и побрились. Бриться иногда полезно.
Tequila sunset.
My jacket?
A look of consternation crosses the man's face. He looks at you, then...
What the fuck are you talking about, Tequila? Faun? That's medium concept stuff. Not my style at all. I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe you should lay off the booze. It's fucking with your head.
It becomes abundantly clear to you how this man managed to lose his keys, business, friends. I'm calling it. It's neurological.
That shit is so medium concept, I wouldn't touch it with a stick. But yeah, okay. I'm sure it looks great on you.
Что за куртка? Да, хотя бы немножечко оденем. Оп, единичка будет. Оп, бросил единичка. Так. Бла-бла-бла-бла-бла.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. There is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door. Once the construction starts, it will probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, you could trick Everard. Get some random people to sign the document. By the time the union boss finds out, your business here will be already concluded. The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall. It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall.
Danko.
There's no...
Так, если что, я могу еще бухлишко купить? Ну, это не вопрос был. Я, в принципе, я могу еще купить бухлишко. У меня деньги есть, так что давай дадим ему еще это. Выпить, что он еще расскажет, интересно.
Tequila sunset.
Of course. Drink first, story later. Not much, but it will do. The tale I'm about to tell you is an urban legend particular to Martinaise. There are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict. What everyone agrees on is that nobody knows the
Are you telling a story of...
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. Summer of 44. 17-year-old Gertrude Het is walking home from a late shift at the harbor. It's almost midnight. Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides. What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see? A headless man, wearing a found tracksuit, riding a horse.
Он бы идеальным ютубером был, замечательным. Пока что из всех персонажей твой любимый.
Rumored to be searching for his legendary found cap that went missing when he lost his head. Yes. According to legend, young Gertrude Het had to endure years of psychotherapy before she was able to look at a horse. Gertrude Het may have been the first to witness the headless found rider, but she...
Tell him about the 2 feminists.
Fuck, Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone always misremembering this stuff. Right. Early autumn of 46. Ulla de Pont, the wind picks up. A sky already dark now blackens. Water starts falling from above. The women are caught in the downpour. They act quickly. Eva gathers the rods whilst Ulla, when she sees something. Her shriek is so violent that the residents of... But there is no lightning. Only a heavy downpour. Ulla makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock, and her body is never recovered. Word on the street is that she, you know, gave herself facial deconstruction surgery. Real grisly stuff. Anyway, that's the story of the headless foul rider. Pretty crazy, huh? Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. No one... Some say he was an undercover cop who blew his cover and got beheaded by the vicious gang he had infiltrated. Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in somebody's backyard, and got decapitated by an exceptionally taut clothesline. Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall tree and the fall was so violent that his head came clean off. Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him, and his beheaded
Как
corpse
удачно.
mounted it, where it remains to this day.
По-моему,
Then,
самый
no one
маловероятный, по-моему, вариант развития.
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all.
Isn't it? All the pieces fit together perfect. Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories? That's the reality situation for you. You think you got a handle on it, then blam! It throws some wild shit at you. That's why it's critical to stay well hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah? Why don't you go eat shit, Tequila? There's no way you know a better one than that. I have to admit, that's pretty high concept. Still not as awesome as a headless rider in a found tracksuit, though. No one knows. Some say he stalks Martinez to this day, and can be seen near the canal when the clock strikes midnight.
Hi. I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
He breathes in deeply.
The tale I'm about to tell. There are many.
Are you telling us?
Shut the fuck. Our hair. What you? Well, yes, but it's the man
The pause.
with no head on his shoulders. Where? Woe is right.
Tell him about the...
Fuck, bro. Right. The women. When she, but the Ula, her body. Word gave her. Anyway, that's no one.
Hi. I saw...
I actually do have one. The strangest of them all. Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? Tell me you got some story juice. It's very hard to tell a story when one's mouth is dry.
У меня нет пока выпивки, но... А хотя, подожди. Если что, короче, выпить, бухнуть я могу купить. Давай, нет, давай не будем торопиться. Я куплю у тебя пилснер за копеечку.
The legend returns. You know the dance. Smokable smokes. Pissed bottoms up, Captain.
Спирт надо, не надо вообще? Может, он будет пригодиться, не? Тут есть где-то у меня квест выкурить сигаретки? По-моему, уже нету. А, мы без Кацураги еще ходим. Я что-то еще не обратил внимания на это, когда я в здание пришел. Зашел в домик, а он типа свалил, да? Спадки. Что-то вообще пропустил этот момент. Как это? Так получилось. Ну-ка, сейчас болтаем, с этим давно не болтали.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
Everything's still cool here, officer. You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook? No.
No hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears. A moral hassle.
It is! Practically free. Yours for 5 cents a piece. Rock that tuna. Why not some macaroni too? No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of...
Wait. Humanex. Humanitarian aid.
What?
A convincing performance.
Look, officer. I'm just a retailer. You'd have to talk to my supplier if you got questions about the supply chain. That's how the game works.
Может, денег дашь? Немножко.
Everything's still cool here.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Oh, okay. But an investment? What kind of investment? I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about here? What? Only a fiver? You can't even buy a pack of Royal Extras with that. Let's make this one stick, my friend. Sounds like a fair deal all around.
Я только за. Чё, хотел побольше дать? Я только за. Я наоборот хотел вообще минимально тебя это напрягать. Знаешь, какой замечательный молодой человек попался. Ты уже убежали? О, кстати, ну, во-первых, я сейчас хотел уже это. Еще я бы хотел сейчас уже это.
You see a heavy, the old cobalt paint. It leads to a side building. The door does not budge.
Я бы хотел, точнее не хотел, я скоро сейчас уже вырублю. Я хотел остановиться, но может спеть сперва? Спеть-то было бы хорошо, наверное.
You see a heavy. You see the door.
По-моему, идеально было бы. Столько всех тут сразу людей собралось.
Can I help you?
What is this thing?
Ему не понравилось?
Okay. Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem.
Так.
It's great to see you again, off.
А это кто? Я не помню, с ним болтал. А, это его друг, который я стрелил, этот белый.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you. Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mexican origin. The pin is an antique, quite special.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
Oh, you don't want to hear...
Ramblings. Nonsense.
Darling, I didn't even get the side...
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. I looked up, and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying. I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her that for years it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just...
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the insulin...
It did, yes. Like reeds and...
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched... If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than...
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported.
Our first, yes.
The glance is tender, yes, but tempered by something else. A thought she can't express, even to him.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud, anywhere.
Ha ha! Nothing like the gratitude of a good woman.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
Good. Okay. And? Completely empty?
No locusts? No.
That's not ideal, but...
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called
Yes. The Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news.
Another trip to the reeds.
Of course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis. Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped her.
heartfelt gratitude But does it feel like closure? Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft? Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
A little hooligan.
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost. Oh, you've been such a dear to us.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Morel, it's been fun, really. But I need a bath, and I have delivered...
No need to apologize, Gary. You'd be more than here.
He keeps the language unemotional, but it's in there. Disappointment.
Так, что-то я еще хотел сделать. Много всего было. Ну нет, в принципе, можно все еще раз сделать. Сейчас я просто прям хотел, сейчас пока помню. Выглядит вкусно. Сила воли, внутренняя империя. Это как раз тот галстук, о котором я говорил, что херовый. Только более модный. Ну как херовый, я сказал, что мне не особо нравится. Но вот этот он просто даже не выглядит как галстук, он выглядит как просто бижутерия какая-то, поэтому модно. Так. Подожди, я хотел спеть.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
Hey, was there something...
Well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his...
Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. It's not strange, it's... Who told you that? Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after that. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know, so I can forward them the repair bill. Yes?
Куно спроси, да? Сейчас все с Куно поговорим и спать. Хватит. Пора. Спадки. Куно.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything. No, Kuno doesn't give...
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, C!
Now they're gonna take you to
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
Deny everything, Kuno!
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his...
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out.
Kuno doesn't.
Ладно, сейчас проверю и все.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earth like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Sounds like you found the locust detective. Heaps of leaves are rotting among the mud-caked towers. Dozens of little locusts feed on them, buzzing away with vicious joy. Kuno has really outdone himself here. It's the work of a self-taught visionary.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno. Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what? It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow.
Stop!
You stop. It's like their fucking night.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you. Oh, that's how lame it.
An artist? Maybe I am an artist.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno, Kuno.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in like.
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free. Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a...
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno! You'll have to take me away!
In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window. Without a word, she disappears entirely. For once, the boy is lost for words. You got him. Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno.
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die. It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame. The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
He recognizes the name.
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here.
There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno does...
I'll die before I squeal, pig. What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather...
Get the fuck out of it!
Ладно. Все, спадки пора. Уже все, прям уже притык. Завтра с утреца запустим. Споки, ноки, чмоки, чпуки.